Hey, I'm back. Hatless for once, cause I just got back from, outside using some new equipment. Mostly testing these green biscuit, training pucks. See, see, they're, point this out here, meant for stick handling practice, not for shooting. That's why this one's still in case. Um, Cause I did want to test them for shooting. Cause I also had Vegas and Seattle. They only had one Seattle puck, so I didn't test that one. But give you an idea how these are constructed. It's, you know, two pieces. We love up and down, and then a little bit side to side. So yeah, they actually do simulate a puck on the ice, but with the right kind of surface sheet, these actually work pretty well. Um, and they actually hold up pretty well. The biggest one I definitely tested to see because I thought I was going to break it with a couple of wrist shots, honestly. Um, but yeah, better constructed quality wise than I expected. The Vegas puck got a little bit beat up, but not really that bad. Um, I'll cut to some footage in a second here. I just want to show you. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's cut to the footage now. Then I'll show you the end results of what happened with this puck, the Vegas puck. Cue edit. Yeah. My makeshift shooting surface. And this way I see brick wall that I have. But this is what I'm actually aiming for. This last brick, my target. As you can see, I try to keep it slightly to the upper left. Times right-handed, it's not wall. No. Yes. Clucks are made in two pieces, two halves that kind of move. And I can see why. Definitely kind of simulates feel of puck on ice. Well, it's not to do. Yeah. Yeah, not really for shooting. Move on to the main event. See how long the puck holds up. Oh, like it's split. That's it. Yeah. Really, I'm not well enough. You are. Jealous at the bottom. That was bonus points. Almost hurt. Hooked it up pretty well. So either my shot's really rusty, or it's better constructed than I expected. Yeah, there's letting some dings in it and some chips. Nothing too bad yet. That one sounded like it hit. Very good training part, though. Let's just put a hand on it. Holds up pretty good for its brick, too. If I can shoot better. At this point now, I want to hit the bottom. Oh, so close. I almost nailed the left. Oh, so close. I almost nailed the laptop. Hi, camera. I'll call it a day. Again. Eh, still not too bad. Surprisingly more durable than I expected. Or my arms have gotten weaker over the years. Oh, that's it. Alright. Well, what about the wrist shots? I get a better shot though. Start with the snap shot. Simple. I don't think I'm gonna hit brick, I don't think. Oops. Half slider. For 6. That's still doesn't have. Not out of the half. Flat shot. So we do it. Go home. Back to it. Alright. No more finish on the camera that boom for the gun. The one final shot. I'll get out of here. We'll check that out. That though. Got a couple bets. There we go. Helmet space comes back, hits me in the head. The face is not good though. Alright, we're good. Okay, that's that. You got to see some of the equipment in action. I got an excuse to wear that again because it matched all this with the white helmet, so it was cool. Anyway, as you can see, took a couple chunks out of it. That was probably the biggest one. You see all the brick marks too. Um, but honestly, it held up, I'd say, fairly well overall. For a couple of shots, even some slappers, that definitely caught pretty well. There's a couple little dents and chunks here, but I think this was by far maybe the biggest one there. Nice little chunk. Or actually, no, that's a sizable one. If I can get to the right angle, you can see that. Yep. Okay. But yeah. Um, thumbs up on the green biscuit pucks. Definitely good for kind of simulating that ice feel for a puck. And yeah, I wish I had a proper net to shoot on because this would be fine. I mean, it wouldn't even dent this badly hitting metal on a post. I don't think. Love to test that out one day too. But for now, thumbs up on these. On the green biscuit pucks. I got them at Pirani's, my local hockey shop, which is in multiple states in the Midwest now. I talked about it in yesterday's video when I unbagged and unboxed the equipment and stuff, and these, and my lovely Wyandotte jerseys that I now have. Yeah, these run about 10, 11 bucks American. If you're at a team puck at least. They also have generic, just green ones with their own logo on it that you can get 2-pack for like, I think 16. Which is what I almost did, but then I saw they had, obviously, the Red Wings and then Dallas and Vegas. And they had like 3 Vegas pucks and 1 Seattle puck. I said Dallas and Vegas. I said Dallas. Every video I always misspeak at least once. It's a record of it. But this one I didn't want to, in case this one broke and shattered, which was kind of what I was expecting. But it's actually, yeah, it's good quality. I didn't want to break the Seattle one because I couldn't really easily replace it. Not that I'm starting a collection of these, but hey, you know what? Once you start getting a couple things, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use this one or just keep it and preserved. So we'll see. It's nice to have multiple pucks when you're out there shooting. The thing I edited out of the video you just saw was all the times I had to go back and retrieve this from wherever it went and bounced. I left one in there because I almost nailed this camera on the laptop, which I have some B-roll footage I'm sure I cut in there too. Um, Anyway, because I've not done the editing yet, I got back inside, looked over the footage that was shot from the two angles and whatever. Um, Another update because I got the hockey tape yesterday too. I did tape up my my game puck from the Rangers game. Not game actually used puck. They was using warm ups and give them away and stuff. But you can buy them in the team store for like I think this was like $15. But since I don't have a physical ticket stub, this is all I have. But since there was a player milestone in that game, figured it was worth doing it proper hockey style, and labeling it. So yeah, it was Larkin's 30th times three, which is it was his third consecutive season with 30 plus goals for three straight seasons. It was hard to figure out how I was going to put all that, so I just kind of shorthanded it. I know what it means. Dylan Larkin, 30th straight consecutive third third consecutive 30 goals. It would have taken up the entire length of the puck, and it just would have been ridiculous. So I just kept it short and also put it on top here that way. If I display it at an angle or something like that, you know, you can still kind of read it from the top on what's on there. So that's that. Um, so yeah, that was fun. You'll see more stuff like that in the future. It's gonna get cooler and better. There's something actually I signed up for. Fingers crossed I can still get into it. If that happens, oh boy, it's gonna be a fun day in June. If I can get in. I haven't got an email back yet. More on that if develops into anything. Anyway, let's talk about what happened last night. Boston, Toronto, Game 7. Great Game 7. I thought for a moment there in the third period, I was having flashbacks to like that 96 Eastern Conference finals or conference finals I always talk about. Detroit and St. Louis, my favorite game, because it was a scoreless overtime, double overtime game. Oh. We were kind of getting there in this game, mostly because Swayman both goalies played great, and both teams played great defensively too for most of the game. And then Boston opened up. I think Boston opened the scoring. Toronto tied it within less than a minute, like 50 seconds later. Bam! Right back to a 1-1 game that goes to overtime. And yeah, what a crazy bounce that Pasternak got, and what a great like instinct to again. They're home ranked. They'd probably have seen that bounce before because I think the boards at TD Garden are kind of springy like the Joe Louis used to be. They really need to adjust LCA. And I don't know. I haven't watched more games there too, but I've yet to see a bounce quite like the Joe Louis bounce. I think unofficially we kind of cut. Well, not that shot. The Joe Louis bounce is when you bounce intentionally, shoot it wide behind the net, that the backboard come back out to someone sitting in front of in the slot. But that's the Joe Louis bounce. This wasn't quite that, but it was about bounce pass off the boards to catch Pasternak. It was a great play all around. And also Nylander's goal to tie it. I thought Matthews' pass there was beautiful and well done. Obviously the guy who's known to be a goal scorer still passed the puck. So, and Nylander seems to be, or Nylander, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, he's looking good. But it doesn't matter because Toronto, I need to update my bracket. I haven't done that yet. So I probably should have pulled up the actual thing. I don't need it in this case because I know I predicted a 7-game series. So I just predicted Boston or Toronto would win it. So my prediction was 4-3. Final was actually 4-3 the other way. So it's like my Tampa, Florida pick got the number of games right, got the teams wrong. So that almost eliminated Boston. Whoops. Permanent marker. Can't mess up. So yes, Toronto's out. That puts Boston in this spot up against Florida. So there is your new. Yeah, every single pick of mine in the Eastern Conference was wrong. So yep. So we got New York, Carolina, which is tonight. Actually starts in a couple hours from when I'm recording this. 4 o'clock Eastern start. First game of round 2. Will be the Rangers and Carolina Hurricanes. So that will be an interesting series for sure. See how it goes. And the second game tonight, yeah, is Game 7, another Game 7 with Dallas and Vegas. And as you can see, I only screwed up once on my pick with the Vancouver Nashville thing. So we'll see what happens tonight with Dallas and Vegas. And yes, for you superstitious people out there, and this wasn't really intentional on my part. I explained my reasons earlier why I use the Vegas puck to practice with and bang up. We'll see what happens tonight. I have no control over this. But if you're superstitious and you wonder, win or lose, blame this thing. And me, I guess. So congrats and or sorry, depending on when you see this and what happens and which team you're rooting for. Even though it's my bracket pick was Dallas, I do not care. Like I said, I just want to see good hockey. Like we saw last night, Toronto and Boston. It was a really fun game for me, even though it's scoreless. I was kind of hoping for a scoreless game into overtime would have been epic. Can't get better in Game 7 than that unless you do it in the Stanley Cup Finals, which I don't think has ever happened, but I'll have to look at the history books on that one. Yeah, I think that is it. Covered last night's game, talk about what I did with the shooting, gonna keep this short because I gotta edit in the other stuff in the footage. So, and get this all wrapped up because I gotta do actual editing work now. Ugh. But it'll be quick, hopefully. I have two different camera angles too to shoot from, or to swap with B-roll footage. So enjoy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about what happened tonight's games. Again, yep. So it'll be fun. And I think, yeah, yeah, I believe because once Game 7 between Dallas and Vegas is done tonight, round one is done. But yeah, so we will have a round two game before the end of round one. I think, which is how NBA works too. So using those rules, but it's scheduling wise, just it works. I think it's fine. All right, I'm gonna get out of here because this is gonna be long enough. Um, but let me grab another drink here from Body Armor, now the official drink of the NHL or sports drink of the NHL. Body Armor, good for you. No one's paying me anything. I just thought I had to make that joke and try this out because during last night's ESPN national broadcast of the Toronto Boston game, they did bring that commercial or ad thing came up a couple times of Body Armor, the new official, or not even new, but we all know. If you know the story of BioSteel and all that, it's a whole mess. I did a new research and video about that one day out of curiosity because I still had the stuff there. I suspect by next season we'll see all the Body Armor stuff labeling on things if that's their new agreement they have. So, yep, I thought I'd try it out today and just make a joke of it. So, but considering I got all sweaty playing hockey, it works out. All right, peace.